Well, my name's Frank Prince, and I'm from Tampa, Florida, believe it or not. That's where I come from. And I started actually coming here to CPSI in 1986. So that would have been the first year that I came. And so the history for me that I think is interesting is that I'm an engineer, or that was my degree by background. And so when I was introduced to creativity and creative problem solving, it changed my world. It changed what I do for a living. And it was some short 3 years later that I left and started my own consulting company, actually training and implementing creative problem solving techniques within organizations. So I've been an independent consultant since around 1989, which proves you can be successful doing this for a living. So that's something that for me has been important. And I'm a firm believer in the Creative Education Foundation and what it represents. One is that my living has been based on it. So I believe in giving back to this organization that really has given to me. And one of the things that for me has been very important is that if you come to this conference year after year, you never know what you're going to learn, but I can guarantee you're going to take something back no matter how many times you come. People can't believe that I've come that many years, but I do know that I'm going to be able to walk out of here and take something back that I'm going to be able to use the very next year. So for me, that's been an important part of being involved at CPSI. Secondary piece is that in about 1999, when I came to CPSI, I actually met my wife here. So that was pretty special. And so we're still together and both coming to CPSI every year. So I believe that your leadership ability, your ability to step up in front of people, to be able to be a presenter here, allows you the opportunity to go off for a year and find something new and different that you could then offer up to people. So as a result, if you're driven and you want to be able to step up and be one of the leaders here, it's an opportunity to present like no other conference, because you have a very willing set of participants. You have a bunch of people who are an audience who would love to see you present and do well. And it's a supportive environment for that. So I think for people who like to go out and learn and bring it back to others, this is the perfect environment. I think people sometimes forget that it's called the Creative Problem Solving Institute. So it's not just a conference. This truly is an institute where people are able to come in and learn from each other and support each other in their own form of creativity, however they're implementing it within organizations. As my engineering background, I started out working with Frito-Lay and PepsiCo in those divisions. And I was fortunate enough that they were the ones who sent me here to go to CPSI the very first time. After that, and I learned so much, and I had the opportunity through them, that I was able to move through those consumer packaged goods companies because many of the people there moved on to other organizations. So within the organization, it was Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, all the Yum brands. And then it moved on to Procter & Gamble and some of the bigger packaged goods. I was lucky enough, though, that was almost all in manufacturing. So manufacturing cost reductions is what we applied it to. But fortunately, I was able to somehow get in and start to work with sales and marketing groups and in the advertising world. And one of my largest clients over many years was Time Inc., who just recently folded. And as an organization, I really was able to see what it was like for them to approach a changing environment rapidly, and how do they survive? They survived for many years, but finally the digital age took them over. And so I've worked in the ad industry and with a lot of salespeople who have softer goods to sell instead of the hard goods. So I think that's been a great space for me to come into. And now, over the years, I've evolved more to working with executive teams, board teams, and groups who are looking more at strategic planning long term, and how do you apply innovation and make applied innovation work for them over the long term in their organizations. So,
If you could wave a magic wand and implement a lot of what CPSI has and teaches in the more broad education system, what would you do, or where would you like to see this go?
Yeah, I think that the Creative Education Foundation has the potential to own certification of teachers to teach creative problem solving within schools. And if they brought it into the school and teachers every year as a part of their continuing education, that their objective would be that teachers teach creative problem solving to kids because they have the experience and the ability to do it. I don't believe teachers are comfortable teaching it. And because of that, we're behind in terms of teaching kids this. I think that would be the place to start. And if it's a continuing education piece for people, then they would want to come every year and get deeper skills in it, and it would benefit the kids and them.